So welcome to session 6 of this series exploring the company that we keep. So today we're going to lead on from last week's practice with a contemplative practice. So I'm going to read out some short readings and explore being with ourselves and our reactions and the felt sense within the body. So, as always, taking great care of yourself and following my guidance only if it feels right for you. This is what we're learning. This is what we're learning to listen to and to pay attention to. So as we're still in our prefrontal cortex, observing your responses and being kind towards your experiences. So taking a moment to settle and arrive, perhaps taking an internal weather report. How are you? Are you comfortable enough? We're in between seasons, so are you warm enough? Are you too warm? Do you need blankets, cushions, props, an extra layer, one layer less? Quick sip of water. And then settling into stillness. Letting go of any tension or tightening that you might be holding in your forehead, jaw, shoulders, belly. What are you noticing in your body? Shapes, colours, textures, sensations. The contact with the earth. The air against your skin. Where does your tongue sit in your mouth? Is it at the roof of your mouth? Pressed against your teeth? And then gathering your attention and narrowing it to the breath. So let's begin by bringing our focus to our in-breath. Perhaps counting, if that's helpful, from 1 to 10. Returning to 1 again each time your mind wanders, gets lost, or you reach 10. Remember that there's no prize for getting here, but perhaps noticing if that's a motivator. Taking this time to observe our habits and tendencies, resting in the stillness and quiet of our bodies, noticing how busy we are, how much is going on, even in the stillness. So we observe our in-breath. The company of our in-breath. It's nourishing, cleansing, rhythmic, reliable breath. And now an invitation to turn your awareness towards your out-breath. What, if anything, can you notice here? And then observing the full flow of your breath as you breathe in and you breathe out. Counting if that's helpful. Being an impartial witness to yourself and your experience of your breath. This ordinary, extraordinary experience. And then an invitation to expand your awareness from the breath to include all of the body. And taking a moment to find an anchor within your breath or your body that you can ground yourself in the present moment. When your mind has wandered or lost, somewhere neutral that you can bring your attention to observe your experience as we practice in this very deliberate and specific way. Rewiring our brains, creating new neural pathways through simply anchoring in the present moment via a specific point in our body or our breath, bringing ourselves here each time our mind has wandered. within the practice. I'm going to rest in contemplation, exploring our felt and physical experience of some passages, poems. Anyone can dream in the early morn with a coffee in hand. But when 3 p.m. strikes, it's then you have to fight for those sweet sunrise dreams. Exploring your reaction. Being interested and curious in your experience. To explore the company we keep. Life is simple. Plant seeds, water seeds, purpose. Each time your mind has wandered, lost in stories, an invitation to bring your attention to that anchor within the breath or the body. So we explore our reactions to language, words. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Take those scary plunges one syllable at a time. Voice. Romance isn't something that magically falls upon some and flies over others. It's a choice, your sweet, loving choice. My insides forever wrestling with the rhythms of fast and slow. I favour them equally. From time to time, an invitation to check in with your posture, letting go of any tension or tightening you may notice. As best you can, being with your direct experience, your reactions. There's no right or wrong way to do these practices. We're simply observing what it is to be humans in this moment, anchoring in the present moment through the breath and the body, observing our experience of language. How these words enter our ears, go into our brain, make some semblance of sense, and that our body reacts towards them. Noticing how we like some words and dislike others. As best you can, being with your direct experience. In a beautiful world that has come to hurry the hustle, I find my sweet, loving soul rebelliously dancing to the contrary. For this season, busy has no place. Busy cannot lasso my time. It is down by the river, sunbathing on silky rocks. Speak all kinds of beautiful and watch your world change. Words are powerful enough to make worlds. Sometimes you are just simmering for a season called next, waiting well. And an invitation to bring your awareness to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And expanding your awareness of the breath to include all of your body, your boundaries, your edges, your limits. Moving, stretching. Let's move into sharing a cup of tea together. Flowering rosemary, again, which I've dried. I'm going to move into a space of exploring our experience of that practice, our direct experience of language, which will lead into the home practice of the company that we keep, the language that we use, what we're reading, what we're saying, what we're listening to. Being playful and curious and noticing. The old phrase of sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I'm sure most people can argue around that. So taking some time for those of you practicing in your own time to reflect about your experience of the practice and the language used, what you notice in your body. Okay, so as we've did a contemplative practice, we're going to close with something more classic mindfulness focused. However, I'm going to invite you to try out a technique of holding onto the base of your lungs. So we're going to play with the breath here. So what what we're trying to do within the practices around our breathing, or what we could be training ourselves a little more around, is to be breathing into the back of our hands, so that the lungs expand to the back and not just to the front. Okay, so there is slight movement here, but within modern living, we kind of, we tend to breathe mainly up here in our chest, so we're trying to get the breath a little bit further down into the diaphragm. This massages our organs and supports them to be able to do their jobs better, and one of them is breathing slightly to the back. So let's just have a practice with the breath here. Let me just move this out of the way. And this is something that you can explore within the practices, is the lungs move out as well as to the sides when you're breathing. So let's just give it a go. So place your hands on your lower ribs. And as you breathe in, pushing against the thumbs. And then noticing how the ribs decrease in size as you breathe out. And breathing in again. Try not to let the shoulders come up to the ears. That can naturally happen here. And then one more breath. So over the coming week, an invitation to do that occasionally, maybe waiting for the kettle to boil or washing machine to finish singing its song. I don't know if you heard that in the practice today. Our washing machine sings when it's finished. Those moments of just like practicing breathing into the space of the lungs towards the back. And also over the coming week, taking time to explore the company that you're keeping with the language that you're using, what you're reading, and the songs that you're listening to, the things on the radio and the television. Our body reacts to the language around us, and sometimes we don't notice it, but this can impact on the trajectory of our day. We are naturally attracted to negativity, to gossip, and this wanting to know about things. This is human and this is normal. So just taking time to notice the company that we're keeping around those things, the books you're reading, the people who are talking with you, what kind of language that they're using, and an invitation to drop into your body and use it as a way of anchoring in the present moment, to listen to the language of your body. So some things to be playful with over the week ahead. As always, thank you for joining me. And if anything has come up within the practices, please do reach out.